us on the subject of Ahithophel. His theme, Jehovah thwarts the schemes of traitors, and this is coming from the Insight, Volume 1, pages 65 through 66.
Who fell? No. Who is Ahithophel? Well, Ahithophel was David's personal advisor, and according to 2 Samuel 16 verse 23, he was a well-esteemed advisor. His advice was so astute that it was as if his words came directly from Jehovah. Wow, that's pretty impressive, is it not? Unfortunately, Ahithophel is a traitor. How did this come to be? Ahithophel had joined David's son Absalom in opposition to David and became Absalom's advisor. We can find evidence of this treason and advice found in 2 Samuel 16 verse 21 and chapter 17, 1 through 4. Let us view these scriptures. The first one we'll look at is 2 Samuel 16 verse 21. And that reads, "At that Ahithophel said to Absalom, 'Have relations with your father's concubines, those whom he left behind to take care of the house. Then all of Israel will hear that you have made yourself a stench to your father, and those who support you will be strengthened.'" That sounds like some bad advice, but it does not end there. Let us consider our next scripture, 2 Samuel 17, verses 1 through 4. We're going to keep our bookmarks at 17. And that reads, "Ahithophel then said to Absalom, 'Please, let me choose 12,000 men and rise up and chase after David tonight. I will come upon him whom he is weary and powerless, and I will throw him into a panic, and all the people who are with him will flee, and I will strike down only the king. Then I will bring all the people back to you, and return all of the people to that, and the return of all the people depends on what happens with the man you are seeking. Then all the people will be at peace.' The proposal was just right in the eyes of Absalom and all the elders of Israel." Wow. What used to be David's close friend and advisor has become a true traitor and enemy. How must David have felt when he heard such a thing? Quoted from 2 Samuel 15 verse 31, when David had found out, he said, "Turn, please, the advice of Ahithophel into foolishness, O Jehovah." Jehovah, known to take care of his faithful servants, made sure that this was accomplished. It says, as David came to the summit of the Mount of Olives, he found Hushai. Hushai, an Archite, was a loyal friend of David's. David had asked him to frustrate the advice of Ahithophel and become an inside informer so David may be prepared for any of the Absalom or Ahithophel's schemes. Hushai had agreed to help David. Was he successful? Let us read 2 Samuel 17, verse 14, which reads, "Then Absalom and all the men of Israel said, 'The advice of Hushai the Archite is better than the advice of Ahithophel. For Jehovah has determined to frustrate the sound advice of Ahithophel, so that Jehovah can bring disaster on Absalom.'" That is solid evidence that Hushai was successful in frustrating the advice of Ahithophel. The credit truly belongs to Jehovah. What happened to this traitor Ahithophel? At 2 Samuel 17 verse 23, it says, "When Ahithophel saw that the advice had not been acted on, he sat on a donkey and went to his house and hung himself." What a sad ending that was for Ahithophel. Ahithophel, however, made a bad choice. He became a traitor to Jehovah and Jehovah's people. Jehovah has always been known to take care of his faithful servants and his people, and also ensure that his name is sanctified. Remember that Jehovah will always thwart the schemes of traitors.
Brother Bates, you did an excellent job on that assignment, and there's a lot of things that stood out to me in watching you give that delivery. One thing that really kept coming back to me, though, was the emphasis that you used when you read your scriptures. And on page 150, that's under subtopic, scriptures read with proper emphasis, and that's in our BE book. Notice what it says here: the thought-carrying words that you want to stand out may be stressed in a number of ways. One way is voice stress. Now, one thing that you did well was with gestures, and gestures don't just include your hands. It's facial expression, and all of that together makes it gets the point across. You know, especially when you're reading scriptures. And you did an excellent job on all your assignments, but especially on this one here. So we look forward to your next assignment, okay? So I want to encourage all the